Hello and welcome to our back to school night. I just wanted to make a quick video to share with you in case you were not able to attend. Um, we started in the Google Sites, that our family Google site. I shared the link with you all back earlier in a couple weeks ago. I believe I sent it through email. If you don't have the link to our Google site and you would still like it, please let me know and I will make sure that I send it. I'll probably send it through Blooms anyway, just so everybody has it. In our Google site, you can find all kinds of information. So that's what you're looking at right now. And this is the home page. And in the home page are buttons that will take you to the information that hopefully you need. If there's something you can't find, please let me know. So when we go into in our buttons, we have what we need to know about fifth grade. And I'm going to come back to this in a minute, but that just gives us a slide presentation of lots of information that we are going to have in fifth grade. I will be coming back to that one. Then how can you communicate with me? You guys are really good about contacting me. I appreciate that. Blooms is the fastest way, but I also respond to email. In this section or area, you can also find our class schedule and class expectations. Our students are doing a great job of understanding or figuring out what our schedule is. It's not that easy, and I understand that, but I think it's really working. I really like that I can meet with the students in smaller groups and so frequently, and I think I like it so far. So give me feedback as you need to and let me know. I wanted to remind you or let you know that the students find all their information in what we call fifth grade home base. It's a Google site that we started using this week. And in this home base, they have links to all kinds of information, our Zoom link, our Google Meet link, our schedules, what group they're in. The most important part of this is our weekly work schedule. This is where they find out where their assignments are. So this is where every day I put their classwork. I am encouraging them not to work ahead. I would like them to just do the day's work for that day, because each day I give them information on how I want them to do the work. And if they go ahead and do it ahead of time and then they have to go back and fix things, they're not going to get that same learning process. So I really want them to focus well on doing each day's work. With their work, it gives you the name of the assignment, and then there's little circles, and each circle is a link to the assignment. So all they have to do is click on that circle, and the link will take them to the assignment in Google Classroom. All of our work, most of our work is done through Google Classroom. Every now and then a link will be missing, and I've already had parents say, hey, we can't see that link, and so I can just put it right back in there. So very easy to do, and I'm hoping that the students that's really working well for them. This is also for them, shows them the schedule and what group they're in if they forgot. So that's why those two slides are in there, just to let you know that's what the students look at. And they know that their expectations are that they are to come when we're in school. We are in school. So they need to find a table. They need to find a desk where they can do their very best work. They want to make sure they're dressed like they're at school, because, we are. We're trying to keep our distractions down so they have a quiet place where they can get their work done. They need to be prepared, have all their materials around so we don't have to waste too much time looking for things. They're very respectful to each other. I'm very impressed with that. They're working so hard. I'm so proud of all of them. I'm just really impressed with, they're all showing up, they're all working hard, and they're all really sticking with their questions and asking when they need help, which is fantastic. Just so I don't forget, if your student needs help, the best way they can contact me, I keep either our Zoom or our Meet link on all day long. They click on it and I'm there. I might be working with a group, but I'm there to find out what their needs are. So all they have to do is click on in there. It starts at 8 and goes all the way through 2 o'clock in the day. So there's lots of opportunities for them to pop in when they need help. Let's see, we also have our class calendar. There's not a lot of things exciting going on, so we don't even need to worry about the class calendar right now, but I'll update it as we have some information. In here, I think the technology tips can be very helpful. If you're having a tough time helping your student with their signing into their Google account, if you change your phone or something happens and you need to remember how to log into Blooms, you can come to this site and we'll give you information. The Google Classroom link has all kinds of videos about Google Classroom, Parents Guide to Google Classroom. How does your student, how do you see their grades? There's all kinds of information in here that will help you with Google Classroom. I want to go back to technology tips. Technology tips is also going to show you all the different sites that we're going to be using in our classroom as well. Then we can, in our homepage, we can also find, math support. I think that's a good one, of course, because I put it in there, but in math support, it gives you the different sites that we'll primarily be using. And then here we've got a button for homework videos. Very soon we will start our regular math program. Right now we're just kind of doing some basic review to get them really ready for our program. And then there's a bunch of videos for the homework support. There's also some parent information that will take you to the program's parent portal. And there's some directions on how you can access that. So that's another resource for you. I know the math homework in our program can be very frustrating. And so hopefully this will help alleviate a little bit of that frustration. Can only hope. So this is our Google site for families. There's also band information. I believe the band teacher would love to hear from you if you have interest by Friday. So the letter that she has her contact information on is also in this site. So now I'm going to go to just that video of information. And of course, I get there. So let's see. Oh, here we go. All right. In this resource, it's in the Google site under all you want to know about fifth grade. It's kind of like a back to school sort of presentation that just gives you a nutshell of what's going on. And thank you if you did check it out. I appreciate that. This slide just tells you all the things you can find in this presentation. You can click on anything you need and you'll be able to get to it quickly. But again, we have our schedule. This is going over how am I teaching math? What does it look like? And how am I teaching language arts? So that's kind of something, if you're stuck on why your student's doing what they're doing, this can help you understand why. Communication again, expectations of our fifth graders. We do not have homework yet. We will be starting homework next week with just reading and AR. One of the parents asked about access to Epic, and I believe that's a great resource for students to get books from. And I'll be sending out information on how to make Epic accessible to your student whenever they need it. I've heard that sometimes it stops at certain times in the day, like by 5 o'clock, they may not have access to it. So I'm going to get parents information for that. AR in the past has not been accessible after school hours, but they have changed that. They have opened that up. So students will have Epic. Is a great website for students to get books from. And then they can take their tests in AR. They still have goals, just like we've always had, to keep them reading. Your students, you will be able to keep track of their work and their grades in Google Classroom. Your students will be learning how to do that in this next week or two. And everything's a slow process, so we're going to slowly learn how to do that. But that's definitely something that we're going to start. And their grades are not going to be seen in Elluminate because Google Classroom has the grading right there. And so that way it's easier to find. I think it's easier for you. I think it's easier for me. And I think it's easier for your student. So that's why we're using that system. If you're having problems and you're not able to find things, please let me know. And we'll definitely work on figuring out a great way for you to understand how your student is progressing, because that's pretty important. So I wanted to take a minute and thank you all. You guys are great at letting me know when you have questions, giving me input. I've learned a lot. I'm constantly learning a lot and trying to figure out the best way to make things easiest for all of us, for your students to have a fantastic fifth grade year. So thank you for spending the time, for being here. I appreciate that. And again, let me know when you have questions. So thanks again for being here. Bye. I hope you have a good afternoon or evening, whatever time it is for you.